That's my hired hand running away. Well, when I say hired, I've been borrowed for free. Tea break time, and as is usually the manner, it's just started to drizzle. Big day, we're aiming on getting the engine in today. So first job is to remove the slave cylinder which had fitted, because we need to fit the clutch release bearing and arm, and I was waiting on that clip. God knows where the old one, the original one, went to, but I can't find it. So I fitted that. We've took the prop shafts off so that we've got more wiggle room on the gearbox for alignment. I've made up my spacers, so it's got 10 there, 5mm there, and the same underneath. That'll give us a 10mm lift on the engine, which apparently we need for clearance, and that's both sides. We've just lowered the chassis down and put it on axle stands here rather than under the axles, which does mean we ain't got to lift the engine quite as high. So yeah, we're about there. He's doing the camera work from now on. Is that leg going to go under the axle? You're recording, yeah? Out there, I think. Certainly. You're all right. Yeah? Yeah, you can...
it'll go down now, it'll go...
Yeah, you've got to go forward about 4.
But it went...
Yeah, it's going to swing forward 8 inches, isn't it? Well, buddy. That's not very excitable. Well, you're about the height. You've got a little bit more to drop, another couple of inches. Oh. Yeah. And you got to come forward, what? 6 inches.
Tilt that way now.
What, do what?
With that.
So that it's facing downwards?
Yeah.
That's so the water comes off. Be a miracle if it ever runs again. Not what you call a reassuring thing, no? Oh. Yeah, you're about there, aren't you? Mm. We've got a bit of wiggle room on that, so.
Yeah. So, you don't get that all through
Yeah.
there, haven't we? It's a bit low.
Well, if it's lower, I can push the head of the gearbox down.
Yeah.
Am I alright stood this side?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, yeah, we're a lot lower.
Yeah. We'll walk a bit first then.
Yeah, it wants to come down about an inch.
Down or up?
No, the engine wants to come down about. Yeah, not a
You're
lot.
clear of the fins?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Actually, no. I lied. We'll have to go the other down way. Oh, dear. But for our Australian friends. A bit more.
Or down?
Go on a bit more. You're about there. I wouldn't have said on the centre line, but you certainly hold it there. Oh, it's twisted. Pivoting up.
No, so we just forward it. Have you
Just want to.
forward just a fraction? Yeah. Look, I can go any more than that. I mean, I think it'll work. You want to go pull this down.
It's finding a useful handhold, isn't it? Where are you up to? Right, you have to come forward. So this, if I push this forward another inch, yeah?
Close on.
On the chassis, any better?
It's got to lift it. Video there.
You want me to go up?
Just a fraction, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I think the back of the engine, the front of the engine is too high.
Yeah. Hold it there. Hold to come. Is that going the right way?
Yeah. Studs are all in, all started.
Hold it there a bit.
Probably easier putting them both in together.
Yeah, but then you need a bigger crane. Don't you?
Well, you'd have to come in from this side of that one, sure.
Yeah.
It's turning the front of it.
And you got the back through.
Yep. That's in there. Get one.
Just on that back end up there, I want a couple of ones. Oh, I've got no nuts and bolts. I nearly forgot something. Where do we put them?
They're in that bag, aren't they? You just said.
Find them out. Have them in Manhattan. That's terrible. That's.
It's not V0, is it?
No.
In that bag.
Are you ready?
Huh?
Are you ready?
Is it heavy yet? Doesn't really matter as long as we get a couple on, we can change them out and get. Nobody said the immortal to me!
I'm not going to do. Quite just done good.
This is my mute mechanic.
At least I'm not attractive.
Hey! Here's for the birds. Yeah, I've got no studs this side. I do remember that, hang on, I want to put bottom on it. Don't wiggle it because I don't want to lose my fingers.
Right, what's in those fingers?
Getting off my hands with this now. take them all off in due course and put locking washers behind them, yeah?
Yeah.
It fell off them. Right, so that's 3 on the bottom.
Yeah. It'll just pull up now and
Yeah.
are we metric on them?
Yeah, the 17s. Tell you what, shouldn't have put that in.
Do with a bolt putting in instead of a stick if you're going to, pull the gearbox up, then from this side. Yeah, just get 17mm bolt. Yeah.
You definitely need to raise the bonnet. Lower the big lever.
To go that way.
Yeah, it's got to go over to you a bit, I think. Oh, you got it. How's your holes lining up to the side? I'm looking at these thinking, well, left to right, front to back, we're not aligned. I think the whole thing's going to have to be wiggled and jiggled, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not far off there. Does it need to come down level first?
Yeah, I think get it down onto the positions and then we can wriggle it about a bit. Yeah, it's actually moving now anyway. What the hell's happened there? Hang on. Yeah, we're a long way out on that.
On yours?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Well, I'm 2 inches towards me. Right, hang on. Ew. Yeah, that's all right. But I think it's got to come over a long way, hasn't it? But
If it drops into that hole.
well, I mean, it has to pick up on them, so it's just a case of wiggling it now and working out. I mean, it's supposed to be a straight drop. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off and give a hand. So here's where we're at. That side's on. It's at the limit of its movement, but it's on. The alignment looks about right, albeit I think the engine's a little bit further. It's canted over kind of thing at that angle. Because the distance, it's not parallel to the engine side, so to the frame side. But that set of mounts are a long way adrift, about 1.5 inches. So I think what we've got to do, and my glorious assistant is on the process. Going to drop the engine mount off the block and then see what adjustment we can get out of it. It's a bit bloody tight for getting anything in though. Well, we're still not in, we're getting closer. So we're going to have it up again and we're going to open up, give ourselves more clearance on that hole where the mount fits. There's not much we can do on this one. Could elongate those a bit. On the near side, I've opened that out, give ourselves half an inch. I'm going to take it back down a bit more, just so we've got some more wiggle room, because it'll align itself once it's sat. But it's lunchtime now, bit of buggering about after lunch. Well, during the process of fitting the engine, I took the prop shafts off to give us some wiggle room on the gearbox. One of the things I've read recently on a string in one of the forums is that the prop shafts should be fitted so that these pivots here are in the same plane. Obviously mine aren't. Now I have actually taken these apart, stripped them, put them back together, and in doing so I actually marked up with dot marks to make sure I got them back on splines in the right shot, so that as they came off, but I don't think they came off. I don't think that was the first time, because my friend Greg has also said that the bolt fittings go through the flange the other way, so the nut would be this side, and yet all of these are that way around. Now I'm not going to change that, but it does suggest that they've been off a few times. And on the rear prop, that nut or dust sleeve, if you like, is got next to no thread in it, so I have to undo it with this thing. So ideally I'd put new ones on, but at this stage I'm just going to refit those. So I'm going to take them apart, rotate them and get the orientation right. You can see how the other one's 90 degrees out. I can't see that it'll make a huge deal of difference, but while we've got them off I might as well split them and change them. So I'm just starting to refit the rear crossbar, so I'm just going to refit the rear drive shaft. It's got to pick up on those 4 studs. I've already done that end. Oh, amateur hour. Well, just to sum up, the wrestling match was basically elongating or stretching these holes, the mount. You can see we come this way to get it over. As it sits, it goes to whichever side it wants to go, and what you need is slightly above, so it's central. The only thing I've not done yet is checked it parallel that way with that way, but I can't see why it would have moved, and I know that it's 10 mil higher at the mount point than original. But it's in. I've just refitted the prop shafts. Now I've got to go through and fit things like the injectors and manifolds each side and bits and pieces and whatever. But yeah, bit of a milestone. There's quite a bit to go on it yet, but it's a case of plugging the gaps into the engine and fit on the ancillaries. Well, I haven't videoed the sticking the injectors in, but got those in and clamped. I had labelled the nuts on these for where to go. Then the injector pump's been away and my numbers are gone, but I'm pretty sure it's just like that. I've just got to check tomorrow. So those two go on those two near side, and then the others go to the other side. Do that tomorrow, I think. Yeah, anyway, sealed up most of the holes, just that one to seal up, and the water channel. Who's having a bet on whether we get a robin or a wren start nesting somewhere in here? So in the workshop's giving me a bit more space now, so I'll finish off setting up the pieces and bits and pieces on the engine, and then I've got to get on with painting that lot. I've got the tyres. I could even bring the tyres in here, but I don't really want to paint them. So once the wheels are on, fit the tyres, we'll get the tyres fitted, get the chassis up onto the wheels. Yeah, that's about it really. Not much more to tell you. Hope you enjoyed that.